Yo, Kpaceguy here. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. It's nice to see you guys today on this Tuesday. And I want to make a video for you guys called 4 main reasons why I went with Marantz as far as my receivers and processors over the years. If you guys aren't familiar with my channel, I've had tons and tons of different receivers, Onkyo, Pioneers, Yamahas, and Marantz. I've had just about everybody. And so I kind of know what quality to expect between different brands, and I always seem to keep coming back to Marantz. So I decided to tell you guys why. What is it about Marantz that I like more than maybe a Yamaha or a Pioneer or a Denon? Why do I come back to this? So we're going to talk about that, but first let me say subscriber showcase is coming up soon. I'm probably going to start rolling out some videos in about 2 weeks or so from now. So if you guys want to submit to subscriber showcase, here's my email down below. Just send me a couple videos or some pictures of your home theater or car audio setup with a description of what you have inside, and I will post that to my video in an episode called Subscriber Showcase. If you guys need a reference of what Subscriber Showcase is, please go down to the playlist called Subscriber Showcase, where you guys can kind of get an idea of what we do. Alright, so let's get right into it. In no particular order for these 4 things, but I'm just going to give you the 4 reasons. Let's go ahead and start off with just the sound quality. Let's just get that right out of the gate. Marantz sound quality for me has been spectacular, and I've had Marantz on different types of speakers, and for me it's always seemed to be the most accurate sound in terms of what I hear. I just love how active it is. It's never too bright, it's not too warm. It's very musical sounding, which is very big for me, but it can still perform with the home theater side of things. And for me, that's been very important. A lot of these receivers that I've heard, especially a Pioneer, they're very warm sounding, very active sounding, which is great, but it seems to be tailored more towards the home theater side of things. And although I do watch a lot of movies, I also play a lot of music. And a lot of times you can find yourself listening to the color of the sound than the music itself. And that's something for me I don't want to do. I want to listen to the music how I was supposed to be hearing it. But when you add coloration to the music, you change the music. And for me, that was a big factor as to why I like Marantz. It's a little closer to neutral than, say, maybe a Pioneer or a Denon. And that's why I really like the Marantz sound. The quality of sound, not that anything else isn't good, everything sounds great. But for me, my ears and what I like to listen to, on the music side of things, it sounded very good. Now for home theater, it's still a beast. It's still a beast. This is a 7705 preprocessor, but I have had a Marantz AV receiver before too. And just for the movie side of things, it is very active. It is lively. It does bring excitement, and that's also good for those who have like a 50-50 setup where they want home theater and they want music. I feel like this thing can do both of them equally well. It's not favored towards necessarily one side of things or another. It's kind of in the middle between all of the abilities that it can do, and that's why I really like the sound quality out of Marantz. It's very good. It sounds very neutral for music, but still has enough punch for the movies, enough excitement to draw you in. And that's why I like this Marantz right here for the sound quality. Now my second reason for always kind of going towards Marantz is going to be the Odyssey Multi-EQ XT32 that the higher levels of Marantz gives you. And I know Denon has it and some older Onkyos have them, but for me that calibration is really important because I'm not one who grabs a microphone in a room EQ wizard and really goes deep dive into calibration. So this is good for those who don't want to get into that. Now I will get into that later on in the future when my channel gets bigger and I get more products. I'll go in and do a room EQ wizard, but for right now I rely on my calibration for the most part, and then I can go in and tweak it, which is really why I like the Marantz because of their calibration. I can go in, use the app, and really tailor that app to make the sound like I need it to sound. The room causes peaks and nulls, valleys, issues that I can go in and try to correct. It's super intuitive. It's really easy to navigate from the novice user up to the more advanced user. So it's very intuitive. It looks great. You may not think about this, but the graphic interface really plays a part in your experience on how you set up your receiver. If it's hard to navigate or hard to get around, you may not find the features that you need, or you may not want to go try to find the features that you need because it's so counterintuitive. But this seems to get it done, and I absolutely love what it does. It's pretty accurate for the most part. You do have to go back and fix a few things, but it does its best and it does a good job. So that's another reason why I lean towards Marantz, is because they offer the Odyssey that I absolutely love over just about everybody. So my third reason why I lean towards Marantz is going to be the step into the audiophile world. Now again, this is a mainstream receiver. Marantz, Yamaha, Pioneer, Denon, everybody knows those names. So they're kind of on the lower tier of receivers, but this is the higher end of the lower tier receivers. And I say lower tier because you can get into Rotel, you can get into Anthem, all that stuff, and those are the big dogs that we like to talk about. But these are more for the budget conscious. They give you multiple tiers of levels depending on how much money you want to spend and what you want out of them. So that's what I call mainstream. But this is like that foot in the door when it comes to audiophile grade stuff, because they give you really good DACs in here. They give a good electrical system, toroidal transformers in here, pretty beefy chassis. They're good stuff. They're highly regarded as, you know, close to, if not audiophile grade. And so that's a good foot in the door if you really want to start taking your music and home theater system seriously. Absolutely love them. They're not any more or less expensive than the rest of the competition. So you can kind of pick and choose what you want, and these will be able to compete with that. So price point's a big thing for me, of course, but just being able to step my foot into an audiophile world or get close to it is really important to me, because I do care about music and movies enough that I want to start getting towards the better half of the sound that I can get. I'm not that pioneer and Denon, everybody else can give it to you, but if you research a little bit about Marantz, they've always been known to be really good, high quality products, and that's super important for me. All right, so my fourth and final reason, I have many more reasons as to why I like Marantz, but these are my main four, again, in no particular order. But my last one is gonna have to be just the overall build quality of Marantz products. They're perfect, inside and out. I mean, I'm sure there's been times where somebody's got a faulty one, or maybe something went wrong internally and you had to get a repair or sent a new one. It happens to everybody. But if you look at their track record, Marantz has always been quality stuff. Again, back to point number 3. As far as the cosmetics goes, how it feels, how it looks, it's made of really good stuff. Now this is a plastic, you know, whatever, but it's solid construction. I have not, knock on wood, knock on some wood here, I've never had anything happen to any of my Marantz products, even over the years, even after them aging. I've never had any problems with it that deemed me having to get a new one or get a repair, use my warranty, nothing. So they've been able to handle everything. I can crank them up really loud, they last. I can put them in a small enclosure, they last. I put them in a big closet like this, they last. I have no problems with anything whatsoever. Nothing has failed on me. So you know when you buy a Marantz that you're getting something that's going to last you for years and years and years, as long as technology doesn't deem it obsolete. But you can pretty much keep this for as long as you want to, as long as you take good care of it. It'll take good care of you in return. I would hope so, because these things cost me $2,000. You want them to last you until you want something new. And Marantz has seemed to do that. Again, I'm not saying that nobody else can't. But for me, with all these 4 points all together, I just keep leaning towards Marantz at the end of the day. Now, small little side note that I will share. My second favorite Yamaha is my second favorite receiver / company. They're fantastic. I bounce back in between Marantz and Yamaha all the time. I've had several Yamahas. Actually, my first 2 receivers were Yamahas. And then I've had 2 Marantz receivers as well. I seem to keep bouncing back and forth between the 2. And I just like I keep going back to Marantz. Yamaha's great for music. They're powerful, they're punchy, they have a lot of bass. They get loud, they're powerful, they're great. Solid construction, probably the heaviest receiver you're gonna ever pick up. They're freaking fantastic. But again, it's just Marantz and the Odyssey and the build quality and all of those things summed up into one big package. I just absolutely love it. So I do love Marantz, and I'm probably gonna stay with Marantz for a while. Now, when I replace this, I'm gonna replace them with an Anthem. I think it's time for me to up my level of audiophile quality in my videos and in my daily life. So I'm actually gonna jump up into a new world with Anthem, because they give you fantastic calibration, sound quality is out of this world. Price point's a little up there, but you get your money's worth with them. So the next time I upgrade my home theater, I will be replacing this with an Anthem. I know it 100%, no matter what comes out, I'm gonna get an Anthem. I've researched them for years and years and years. I've seen plenty of videos. I've heard a lot of what people have to say. That's where I wanna go next. I think that's tailored more to what I like and what I'm looking for in my music system in my home theater. So Anthem will be my channel not too long from now. We'll see what happens, guys. But anyway, I just wanted to share with you my 4 reasons, my 4 main reasons why I choose Marantz over everybody. Leave me a comment down below and let me know what you guys have in your home. What brand do you have in your home right now? And would you stay with them in the future, or would you change to something else, and why? Let me know that down below in the comment section. Leave me a like while you're there and subscribe if you are not already. We will see you in the next video. Kpaceguy out. Peace.